Hi there. Hello, Evangeline and Cambry. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Looks like we've got a really small group. So I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to just kind of go through here in the beginning some of the logistics and things that I want to cover tonight and allow for some last minute folks to jump on and join us. If there was anyone on your team that wasn't able to join us live tonight that you want to get the content to, no worries. I am going to prepare a recording and I'll send that out. Okay, so just to make sure that my connection's coming in okay, if you guys don't mind just jumping in the chat and letting me know we can hear you or the video looks okay, and then I'll just go ahead and continue. Fantastic. I appreciate it. Again, thank you for making some time. I know we're all living really busy lives, but if you really want to build your business, you have to invest time in your business. So I'm excited to show you guys a new tool, jump in and show you some of the new features that we've got in Teamzy, some of the exciting stuff that you can use to really maximize on your time when you're committed to working your business. So here's what I have planned tonight. First, we're going to jump right into Teamzy. So I'm going to show you guys how quickly and easily you can set up the Teamzy system. And then we're going to get right into becoming a Power Hour boss. So how when you sit down for your 1 hour or 30 minutes or whatever it may be, you can get focused. No more scrubbing lists and figuring out where did I leave off with people in LinkedIn or in Facebook. You'll be able to just kind of hit the ground running. And that's what I'm pumped to show you tonight. So after we talk about that power hour, we're going to jump right into following up like a pro because you know it and I know it. The fortune is in the follow-up. So we're going to show you how Teamzy is going to streamline the process, help you to get away from using the external calendars and, you know, maybe the color-coded Excel spreadsheets. We've all had that time. But it's a day and age, folks, where you can take advantage of an online system like Teamzy that will really give you time back in your day. So I'm really, really excited to show you guys all of that. And then we'll go ahead and open up the floor to any questions you may have. If you've already jumped into the system and maybe you've got a specific question about something you encountered, go ahead and utilize the question and answer section. It should be right or left of your screen, depending on the browser you're using. So jot down your questions in there. And like I said, after I go through my quick prezo, I will go ahead and answer all of those questions in real time. All right, so that's my spiel. Who am I? Yeah? My name is Lisa Swain, and I'm the Director of Customer Experience here at Teamzy. So it's my job to make sure that you know everything that you need to about the system in order to be successful with it long term. So that's what I'm here to do tonight, is either give you your first glimpse or maybe set you off in the right direction. Whatever it may be, stick with me because I'm going to layer in some tips and tricks and things like that for really helping you get the most out of your Teamzy experience. Great. I'm going to also share all of my direct contact information because I want you to feel supported in all of this. You're not completely in it alone, so if you ever have questions or you're experiencing a challenge or anything like that, know that you can reach out to me directly. So after my quick prezo, I'll share that contact information and we'll get into a question and answer. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and let's just go ahead and get things going here. Okay. So I am currently sharing my Teamzy screen with you. If you all don't already have a free 30-day trial, please go out and get one, okay? It's completely free, no credit card necessary, and it's the best way for you to really dive in and find out if this is the right system for you. Because ultimately, that's what Teamzy is a lead generation system. So you have to apply it and allow it to kind of build momentum in your business for you to see that benefit. So we recommend that you go ahead and dive into your 30-day trial. Get a success partner or an accountability partner, someone that'll help you kind of build that habit of using a new system. And then, like I said, you can always reach out to me along the way if you need any help. But once you get logged into your Teamzy, for the first time, you're going to get dropped right into the setup wizard. Okay, so that's ultimately just our process for holding your hand throughout setup. If you've clicked into Teamzy, you've been checking out what's going on, and maybe you dismissed that message, not to worry. You can always click your little settings wheel here in the upper right-hand corner, or if you have the banner available, you can click on Take Me to the Wizard. Okay, so we'll go Setup Wizard here. The system is going to redirect you to our 3-step setup process, okay? So we've kind of boiled this down so you don't feel overwhelmed, you're not feeling like you're alone at what can be the most apprehensive point in this, where you feel like, okay, I've got to bring over all of my data, I need to make sure it all comes over correctly. So trust the system and then also reach out for help if you need it along the way. Okie doke. So first step is going to be to set an income goal. Okay, so why are we setting an income goal? because Teamzy is so much more than just a tracking app. It is actually a lead generation system. So what we're going to do is allow you to set an income goal for the next 12 months. And then the system is going to apply our very, very intelligent algorithm that's going to break down for you how many highly productive activities you need to complete on a daily basis in order to stay on track with that goal. So it's going to give you almost like a feasible milestone. You need to step here next, and then here, sort of leading you to the water, right? Oftentimes, if we're left to our own devices, even if we set an income goal, but without a plan, it's just that. It's just a number off somewhere. But we need to have those feasible milestones because that's what stands between it being an achievable goal and not so much. Because it's human nature for us to misstep and, kind of deviate from the plan. So trust the system. Go ahead and put in your income goal, and then the next step will be to create a powerful why statement. Okay, so this is going to go right along with the humans that we're serving, right? So we built Teamzy for human beings, for people who are fallible, who make mistakes, who have challenges. So in that, life can be challenging, right? We're all met with quitting points at different times in our lives. So what a powerful why statement will do is it acts as your armor or your reminder when you meet that quitting point or that challenging situation that makes you want to quit, where you get to say, no, I know why I should be resilient in this moment. This is why I persevere right here and right now. And your personal why statement will actually be on your dashboard. So it acts as a reminder every single day as you're building momentum and building those relationships with people. So we'll talk a little bit more about the why statement here as we get into the setup wizard, but the third step in the process is importing your contacts, okay? So it's going to be the meat of the setup process. I don't want you to freak out, okay? I know you're bringing in lists from all different areas. So your back office or Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all over the place. So with that in mind, don't worry. We know that you have the opportunity to export from each of those platforms and then import them separately to Teamzy. And I'm gonna give you some tips for doing that and identifying people just so that when you do log into the system, the information is as clean as you need it to be, all right? So let's go on, shall we? These little videos are basically just taking you through the spiel that I'm taking you through live, but ultimately you can always click on them for a quick reminder or a refresher on that feature, okay? So first step, we're gonna set that income goal. So I want you to consider the next 12 months, okay? It doesn't necessarily, if you've already started to generate some income this year, or you know what, you did really well last year, you just wanna grow by a certain amount, that's what I want you to put in here. So if you're looking to make an extra $40,000 this year or an extra $20,000 this year, that's the number you want to put in here because that's the number the system is going to use to calculate the number of highly productive activities you need to do every day. So let's say I want to make $100,000 here, okay? What I'm doing here is I'm setting an income goal. This will prompt Teamzy to suggest daily activities that we consider appropriate for your goal based on our experience of coaching thousands of business professionals, okay? So this is gonna be a baseline. It's gonna give you that immediate structure or track so you know your path to run on, all right? So we'll hit continue here, and the system's gonna immediately start to crunch those numbers. It's gonna let me know that based on my $100,000 goal, I need to connect 2,899 times in the next 12 months. I know that can sound a little bit daunting, like holy moly, that's a ton of connections. But folks, if you sit back and think of the amount of people that you connect with on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, the number starts to add up. So this is just giving you a systemized approach to that, right? You've got a serious number, okay? Concrete, feasible, something that you can reach for. So let's go ahead and hit continue. The system's gonna break that down for me even further into that feasible milestone or a bite-sized chunk, okay? So we'll hit continue here, and it's gonna break everyone down into prospects, customers, and members, okay? And it's gonna let me know how many times do I need to connect with each group of people, okay? I need to connect 6 times every day, okay? I need to connect 6 times with my prospects, 4 times with my customers, and 3 times with my members. If I decide, you know what, I connect with that many people before 10 a.m., then get ambitious, okay? Go ahead and up your goal here. Again, this is a baseline or a structure for you to follow. So I can come in here and say, okay, you know what, I want to connect with 16 prospects per day as opposed to the 6. This will automatically update the system so that it knows what your goal should be moving forward. Okay, you'll notice that in addition to the connections with your prospects, customers, and members, you've also got daily invitations and additions. So because this is the lead generation game, right? In order for you to build your business, you need to constantly be introducing new people, bringing in new leads or new prospects, however you want to consider them. You need to be introducing new people to the products and services that you offer. So with that in mind, you need to be constantly adding new people to your database. So we set a goal for you of 3 additions and 3 daily invites. An invite is just going to be an intentional action, right? So when you send someone an invitation to an upcoming event or to a three-way call or something of that nature, it's just basically, okay, this is an action that has another end to it. This person has to take action on their side. And I'll show you how the system tracks your invites. Okay, so we'll hit continue here and it's gonna redirect us to that finding my why statement, okay? We talked about this a little bit before. Ultimately, this is just going to be your resounding why, okay? This is why I got in the business, why I should choose to push forward here, why I need to remain committed, why this is gonna be better for me in the long run. It acts as a reminder to you in a moment where you may not remember, right? Where all we can feel is that pain on the surface. So we'll hit continue here. And the system's gonna redirect me to the actual exercise. So it breaks it down for me. If you've never created a why before, or if you're someone who kind of feels like this is a little too touchy-feely or a little California fruits and nuts for you, understand that so much of building and creating a business for yourself starts internally. You've got to start with the self-talk, okay? With the internal investments, the internal influences. So consider your why statement. Take it a step at a time. Not every answer is going to be transcendent, okay? It doesn't have to be overly deep. For me, why did I become a member in the beginning, okay? Why did I decide to get on board with Young Living to be a distributor or to sell this product? Because I wanted to make an extra $200 a month, an extra $500 a month, okay? Yeah, doesn't seem like it's life-changing, but that was my why to begin with. So answer each question one at a time, okay? Why did you become a member to begin with? What did you hope to accomplish? So the additional questions will start to deepen it. You don't realize that it's happening. For me in the beginning, it was, okay, it was for a little more income. What did I hope to accomplish with that income? Oh, well, it was so that I could create a better quality of life for my family. Why is that important to you? And then you start to stop and think, oh, okay, this is important to me right now. This means life or death for my family, for my business, because, okay? So fill in your blank here and remember that this statement will actually follow you throughout your progress and throughout your journey with Teamzy. So once you get to the bottom, you're gonna actually take the answers to all of these questions and you're gonna formulate your full why statement. This why statement, like I said, will appear on your dashboard every day. So we'll hit continue once we've completed the why statement, and it's gonna redirect me to the import process. Okay, so importing your contacts, it's gonna be from your back office, it's going to be from Facebook, from your email services, tons of different locations, not to worry. We've kind of compiled the most asked for, frequently asked for export options. So you've got your choice to export from your virtual office. You have exporting from your Facebook, and then you've ultimately got a video for importing those files into Teamzy. If you need instructions for exporting from LinkedIn or from your email service, whether it be Gmail or Outlook or what have you, reach out to me directly and I can help you with that. Okay, so I do have a couple of tips here, especially with your virtual office exports. So we're noticing that these reports are incredibly muddy, unfortunately. So what they're doing is they're mixing together your members or your customers and with individuals who got involved with the business, who were sponsored by you. So you may need to open up the file when you export it from your virtual office and just sort the columns so that it's people that are sponsored by you. You'll literally find a column that says sponsored by or sponsor's name. And then you can also find the different types, okay? So what qualification are they currently? Are they a customer? And then from there, you can kind of sort them out so that when you bring in your information, it's as clean as possible. You can give me a call and I can walk you through this if you do have any challenges or if you've already imported and it came over a little funky, I can walk you through fixing that. Okay, so that's kind of my tip for exporting from your virtual office. Now, let me show you how easy it is to import a file once it's in the appropriate format. So importing to Teamzy, you can import a Facebook file, you can import a CSV, you can import a .txt file, but ultimately when you try to import, the system's gonna give you a yay or a nay, okay? So you'll know whether or not you can proceed. So I'll click here because I've got a CSV file ready to go. I'm gonna go to, let's see here. Okay, so now you'll notice that the system does that initial, okay, thumbs up or green check mark, you're ready to proceed, okay, that file format's acceptable. So I have a few options here. What I can do is toggle advanced import options here, and it's going to give me the choice to blanket rank everyone on this file, or give everybody on this file a certain tag. Or I can say, okay, these are all of my customers, or these are all of my members. All right. So with this, my tip here is that because you are importing from multiple different locations, is that you actually use your tagging section as to kind of identify where the relationship originated, okay? So for example, if this is a list of all of my Facebook friends, what I would drop in tags is literally Facebook. So now anyone that I pull in from that list is gonna have Facebook as a tag. So I know, okay, that's usually where I connect with them, or that's the origin of the relationship. Just a little tip. You can apply tags, sky's the limit, okay? If you want to apply a tag for an event location, or if they're interested in a particular line of oils or something along those lines, you can actually just type it right in there and it stays right on their file. So at one glance, you can take a look at it and see that information. Cool. Okay, so like I said, you can do a blanket type, you can do a blanket tag, or you can do a blanket rank. Now the ranks. Ranking or prioritizing everyone in your database is something that's going to be really unique to Teamzy. What we're giving you the opportunity to do is actually go through and tell us who is the most important to me. Who do I want to spend more of my time and my resources with? Because that's what it comes down to. When you're looking to get strategic or focused on your actual power hour, not a power 3 hours, it's about catering to the people who warrant your service, who want to hear from you. Okay, so you're going to utilize the rankings, and in the next step, I'm going to show you who falls into what categories and where you can access that. So if I know that this is a list of my rock star customers or something, I could say, okay, they're 5 stars. That tells the system I want to communicate with them in the greatest frequency. So serve them up to me every 30 days. Okay, I'll show you what each of them is. So if you chose not to alter the rankings, if you decided, you know what, I'd rather do it one at a time, kind of take a look at each person, not to worry, everyone's gonna default to a 3-star ranking. So what's awesome there is it's gonna kind of apply a safety net for you, so no one will fall through the cracks. No matter what, if you don't change anyone's ranking, they're gonna start to get served up to you daily for follow-up every 90 days. So let's talk about those increments, the ones that you can expect default follow-ups for each person. All right. So we'll hit continue here. If I am satisfied with my tags, the system is going to automatically map my file. What that means is it's going to put the email addresses with the email addresses, phone numbers with the phone numbers, and so on. Okay? I will hit continue here. And the system's going to redirect me to that ranking process that we were just talking about. So first things first, you get to know that you've got that safety net. Everyone comes in at a 3-star ranking. So what that means is that this is someone who might become a customer or a member at some point in the future, or an existing customer who is happy just using the products and needs an occasional check-in, okay? This is gonna be your warm category. And they get a 90-day, they get a 90-day. They're lukewarm, okay? This is your 3-star. So 90 days for your 3 stars, so that's where everybody comes in and defaults at. From there, what we recommend is that you establish who your 4 and your 5 stars are. Don't worry about anyone below that because you can sort of refine that as you move along. So go through and take a look and try and identify who are my 5-star customers, who are my 5-star prospects, and so on. So that way you get to tell the system, okay, I definitely need these people to come up in greater frequency, but everyone else is pretty much okay and I can start connecting. All right. This process is going to be sort of evolutionary, okay? Your system is going to be a living, breathing thing almost. You're gonna have to water it and feed it, you know, lead generation, bringing in new people all the time. Every once in a while, you might have to prune some folks out, you know, kind of cut the fat, make some room for the good folks. So you wanna look at this as something that's gonna refine over time. And Teamzy is gonna give you a really great way to do that really easily. So I'll show you how you do that here. We're gonna hit rank, and the system is gonna redirect us to rank mode, okay? So if you've decided to bring over all of your lists at once and then you wanna come back and rank, the easiest way to get back to this page is gonna be, usually when you log into your Teamzy, you're on your dashboard. From here, click team along the left-hand side, and then you've got rank mode. You toggle this, and it's gonna display everyone's ranks in real time for you so that I can go through and say, okay, yeah, this is a 4-star, 2-star, go down the list, establish. Again, some are gonna be easier than others, okay? So you can go through and say, okay, those are my 5 stars. Here's a 4-star. You know what, she's a 2-star, maybe even a 1-star, because your 1-stars don't come up for follow-up. So it's a great holding tank, especially if you're bringing in folks who are from fellow teams or too far down your downline or too far up your upline. This gives you a holding tank so that you can access their information if you need it, but it's not gonna muddy the water of your daily follow-ups. Okay, so go down the list and you'll simply rank everyone. You can quickly toggle type mode if you want to take a stab at their types as well. If you want to just at one glance say, okay, customer, member, customer, you just go down the list and take swipes. When you're bringing in lists of 1,000 Facebook friends and then maybe 400 from your virtual office or whatever the case may be, it can be a little bit overwhelming at first. Take it in bite-sized chunks. Like I said, do passes, okay? Pull up your entire list and then try and pick out only your 4 and your 5 stars. And then you can, maybe time block 15 minutes to do some admin work in Teamzy. And you will clean up the system to the point where it's ready to go right when you log in. And it's time to talk about power hours. So once you've gone through and you've set up everything that we just talked about, you've ranked and you've typed everyone, you are ready to hit the ground running. Okay, you can start connecting with people, and I want to show you how quickly and easily Teamzy is going to make your power hour every day. It's going to be like you're going to get to start tons of conversations. It's going to build a ton of momentum, and that's really what this is about. So to access your power hour hub, it's going to be on your dashboard. Your dashboard is going to act as your virtual accountability partner. Okay, so even if you didn't go out and get a success partner like Jay recommended, it's okay. We've built one into the system for you. So we've set an income goal. That was how we started all of this. The system is now, from that income goal, it is crunched my daily activities. So it lets me know I have 16 prospects to connect with today. I have 4 customers, 3 members, 3 invites, and 3 additions. Now, as I complete activities, this wheel will actually fill in real time. So I'll be able to see at one glance how close or how far I am to meeting my goals. It's going to be really freeing because you're going to be able to step away from your desk or step away from your business when you need to. When you need to get back to your family because you know you've allocated the time that you need to. I have committed what I needed to my lead generation today. Okay, so that's going to be how you read your daily activities. Now, when you're ready to get to that power hour, what you're going to do is so I've got 16 prospects to connect with today. I'm going to scroll down to what's known as my Who's Up Next list. Excuse me, guys. Okay. So this Who's Up Next list is really awesome because this is going to be that area that serves up to you the people that you need to connect with, one, based on the priority that you gave them, okay? So based on how often you told us that you wanted to connect with this person, we're gonna bring them up to you because we're screening the last point of communication without you having to keep a calendar or Post-it notes or an Excel spreadsheet. The system is monitoring that for you. And every 30 days, your 5 stars are coming up. Every 60 days, your 4 stars. Every 90 days, your 3 stars. Every 120 days, your 2 stars, okay? If you're ever unsure of, what rank falls into what category, go ahead and click your little hint icon here and it gives you that drop down. Alrighty, so let's say I'm ready to connect, okay? Eric Johnson's the first person that comes up for connection. What I can do here is I can quickly access, okay, I see he's a 5-star. And then here, I can actually make a notation of what our connection is. So if I pick up the phone and I call Eric, I would basically say, spoke about da-da-da. You just jot down the information that you need. This is a reference point for you. So in the future, when you get to look back on, oh, what have I done with this person? Or where did I leave off? It's all there, just very concisely written out for you. All right. So if Eric comes up for connection, what I can do from my dashboard is I can actually see, okay, have I done anything with him before? I have no activity so far with this contact. If I go over to details, I can see, okay, do I have an email address for him? I do. And then it looks like, oh, I connect with Eric through Facebook. That's right. So now I can quickly click on Facebook here, or I can go over to Facebook and actually pull up his profile because Eric and I connect a lot. Some of you may not know Eric Johnson is our creator and founder of Teamzy, so I connect with him quite a bit. So what I could do here is say, okay, I connect with Eric through Facebook. So what I do to keep my power hour just sort of humming is I open up Facebook because I send a ton of Facebook messages. It's really, really beneficial to you because it's super quick. People love to be able to see the message. They connect with you really easily. You guys know how social media works. They're just that's where they are. So meet your clients where they are. Ultimately, I connect with people through Facebook. I keep a Facebook tab open so that I can quickly come over here and say, okay, I'm going to send a few Facebook messages. I want to send a message to Eric, but you know what? I'm just not sure what to say. Sorry guys, my dog is home with me tonight, so she may be barking in the background. I apologize. Okay, so what I would do here, because I'm not quite sure what to say to Eric, is I will select the scripts option because Teamzy has scripts and dialogues built right in. Okay, so what we'll do here is we're gonna click on your scripts option in the upper right-hand corner. From here, it's actually going to give you all of the areas where you connect with people, okay? So whether it be through Facebook or through email or through text, you would actually get to say, okay, because I connect with Eric through Facebook, I'll just click on Facebook. It's gonna bring up all of the different script options that we currently have. Okay, so this is going to give you tons of different scripts, but they're not necessarily going to be really long or wordy or specific. These are great touch points, okay? Because the worst feeling ever is trying to sit down for a power hour and then realizing at the end of it that you've only connected with 3 people because you were agonizing about what to say or when to say it or who to connect with. So Teamzy is going to solve for all of those challenges, allowing you to really maximize on your time. So use the scripts if you can, okay? Absolutely get really personal with those people that you have a great connection with. But if you need a starting point, go ahead and rely on those scripts. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick look over at the chat. It looks like I may be coming in a little choppy because I'm talking too fast. Sorry about that. I'm gonna slow it down, okay? So what you can do here, if I wanted to use this script, I could actually just click copy script. Come over here, I'll paste it in the box, and okay, I'll say that I'm sending that to Eric. Copy that, I go over to my Facebook, I find Eric here, and I send him a message. I go back over to my Teamzy. You know what, I don't need to follow up with Eric before 30 days from now, so I'm good to leave it at the default. That's what this follow-up section is for. I can indicate here that I sent that message through Facebook, so if for any reason I needed to go and check on it or make sure I didn't miss anything, I know exactly where we were talking. Okay. You'll notice you've also got an invite section, but because I didn't invite Eric to anything, because this is just a touch point, I'm gonna put just that information in and I'm gonna hit connect. Okay, so once I hit connect there, it sends a message to the system in real time, like I mentioned. It now knows that I've connected with one of my 16 prospects for the day. It's removed Eric from my Who's Up Next list and it serves up the next person. There will always be 5 names on this list unless you've just been killing it and you connected with every single person in your database, okay? So I would be able to connect with the next person. This is literally how it goes. You just go to the next name, okay? You don't have to check around a million places. You don't need to find out where you left off because for one thing, all of the vital information is right there on screen for you. So I don't need to check a spreadsheet or check their Facebook profile. It's all readily available. So let's say William comes up for connection. I can check and see, did I connect with William before? What details do I have for William? Okay, I've got an email address for Will. You know what, I really want, he and I had connected about him possibly coming to an event of mine. I'd love to invite him to an upcoming event. So I could put in here, okay. And let's say that William and I connected about that through Facebook. Now what I would have the opportunity to do here is actually indicate that that was an invite because I'm inviting him to something. So from this drop down, I could select what type of an invite this is. So I'll indicate that that's an other invite. I'll log that connect. It sends the message that I've connected with a prospect and I've logged an invite for the day. So no matter what's happening, I've always got a glance of how far or how close I am to meeting my overall goal. All right. So I would just basically keep reading once I get to the end of my 14 prospects, I'm gonna click my customer list. And then from there, I would click my member list. And then ultimately, you've got a little tab here for follow-ups, and that's what we're going to talk about next. So let's say that I sent William an invite for the event, but he wants me to follow up tomorrow with all of the details. But he's a 5-star, so because I just connected with him, he's not coming back up for 30 days. So what I need to do is search for him and adjust his follow-up. So I'll go ahead and bring up William's profile. So you've got a little search contact field at the very top of your page. It's going to allow you to search by first or last name for anyone in your database. Makes it really quick and easy for updating information or adding things or anything like that. So William comes up for, William's contact record comes up. So I go over to his activity feed and I see that we connected about the event today. That's right, but I want to send him all of the details tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and select his default follow-up because right now it's set at default. He's a 5-star, so that's 30 days. What I want to do is say that I want to follow up with him tomorrow. So that overrides his follow-up date. And now I get to manually stipulate when I'm following up with people. This is going to be really, really beneficial for you guys as you're transitioning from other systems, okay? As you're getting sort of a little more comfortable with having your follow-ups in this new system, you can actually come in and say, okay, I need to follow up with this person next Monday, this person the week after that, and I'll show you how you do that. So once we've set the follow-up, the system does an automatic save on this page. I don't need to hit anything to save it. I can actually toggle right back over to my dashboard. From here, let's take a look at what your follow-ups list looks like now. So now the system has actually added William to my follow-ups list. So no matter what, he doesn't fall through the cracks. I can set his follow-up, I can override it, I can track an activity for him, but no matter what, the system is going to go ahead and keep him visible for me so I know I have a pending follow-up. All right, so if I wanted to set a follow-up in real time, let's say that I connect with Brenda, and Brenda wants to talk to me about the home balance oils. So we chatted. And what I can say here is we spoke by phone, okay? Now, she has to go, so she wants me to give her a call on Monday. What I would do here is I have the opportunity to go ahead and override her default right from the dashboard. So a second ago, you saw me go in and manually set it for William in his profile. But I can do that right from the same screen. I can say, okay, Brenda, I'm gonna give you a call. If the presets don't work, if 2 days, 4 days, or 1 week doesn't work for you, you can go down to custom date, and I can say, okay, I'm gonna follow up with her on the 27th. As soon as I log that connect, sends the message to my dashboard, I've connected with another prospect, and it's added Brenda to my follow-ups list. You'll notice it gives everyone a color-coded follow-up, so you know the urgency for each. Your red guys are gonna be your overdue or your currently due. Your yellows and your greens are gonna give you a little more, or will be slightly dated out, okay? So that's gonna be how it's really great to sort of get a handle on your follow-ups in the beginning. Even if you're transitioning from a spreadsheet or anything like that, or if you've got a hard calendar, you can always just pull up their profile, okay? Let's say I pull up Marlo's profile, and okay, I see here that I need to connect with Marlo next Wednesday, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the custom date and tell the system I'm following up with him next Wednesday. If I go back to my dashboard, that list is simply accumulating. So I see the most urgent activity and then so on, okay? This list will also serve up for you 5 names at a time. If you'd like to see your overall follow-ups list, if you've got a much longer list than that, you can click your team page on the left. And from here, you've got a full follow-up section with an upcoming tab. This is gonna give you each listed follow-up, and it's just gonna give it to you in ascending order, okay? So that's gonna be how you really follow up like a pro in Teamzy, how it's gonna sort of take all of the guesswork out of it for you. And now I wanna show you really, really quickly if you're editing information, and then we'll go ahead and open up the floor to any questions you guys may have specifically. All right, so we talked about earlier being in rank mode. So when you're going through and you're doing that setup process and you're bringing everyone in, as you're going through and you're reestablishing people's ranks, if you come to someone that shouldn't be in your database, you can always click the little mini trash can and that will give you your delete option outright, okay? I can delete her and it's just gonna move the next person up the page and I can just keep moving. Let's say I come to Melanie's profile, but you know what? I need to update some information. She just gave me her email address. So I can click on Melanie's name. This profile now belongs to her. If I scroll down, I see she's got a tag. I see her follow-up is set, and she's currently a member. I would pop in here and say Melanie at, okay. You'll notice when I click anywhere else on the screen, the system gives me a success message. It automatically saves those details for me, so I can just keep moving. All right, so you would enter address information, you've got social media links, and then you've got personal details like birthdays, spouses details, children, things like that. So rely on the system to help you kind of build out information that will help you serve people better, but that's gonna be how quickly and easily you can add info. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the chat really quickly. Let's see if you guys have some specific questions. Okay, so it looks like, Evangeline, you've already uploaded all of your team members into Teamzy. However, you don't see what you can do with them. It would be really cumbersome to tag them all by hand. Is there a way to bring some data with them? Okay, so that's gonna have a lot more to do with your back office. So because you're exporting that data from them, we can absolutely take a look at that together. I'd love to take a look at the spreadsheet. If they gave you address information or emails or phone numbers, we can absolutely get that imported to Teamzy. We just need to make sure that the information's mapping correctly. So the best part here, though, is that you can, in fact, undo an import and then redo it. So if you didn't realize that you could quickly tag everyone on one import, like I showed you at the beginning, you can always go over to your team page. From here, you've got an import dropdown, and you can go to import history. This is gonna give you access to every single import you've done so far, okay? I can quickly say, okay, I wanna delete this and then redo it so that I can go back and apply that advanced import option, okay? If not, if it's just more or less making sure that the email addresses came in and phone numbers and things like that, then I recommend that you and I connect just so that I can take a look at the origin file and be sure that it's available to come into Teamzy, okay? So I will get you that contact information and we will connect, okay? So let's see here. Looks like you've got 4,200 members and distributors in your downline. About 400 of them are business people like myself. Let's see here. Okay, so Susan, it sounds like you were having that issue where your back office actually included a ton of your downline that's too far down or too far up your upline, individuals who you're not charged with connecting with right away. You know, they're charged with their own consultant, or they work with someone else when they're getting ready to purchase or something like that. So I actually don't recommend that you bring those folks in. Only bring in individuals that you want to connect with, okay? So again, this is gonna come down to when you import your file to Teamzy. Open up the file that you export from your virtual office, and then look for a column that says sponsored by or direct to or something along those lines. It usually has your name a bunch of times in that list. Sort that by your name, and then you can just remove everyone else and then import only the folks that you want to connect with. If you'd like help with that, reach out to me directly. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so Evangeline, awesome question. Will Teamzy allow us to email groups of people at the same time? For example, can we email our entire team or a particular group of leaders? Not currently, okay? So you can't send a mass email, but you can send individual emails. Sending emails through Teamzy is gonna be really great because you're gonna be able to do it right from that dashboard screen or right from their Connect window. So because you can create your own scripts and save them and save templates, we've given you the opportunity to do that with your emails also. So what I could do is when you're ready to link your Gmail account, because currently the email option is available for Gmail subscribers only. When you link your Gmail account, you're gonna have the opportunity to just hit select email. And then when you go to select email, it's gonna bring up a whole list of emails that you have already saved. You can just click on it and hit send. But it will be on an individual basis right now. We're looking at a great solution for you guys as far as what would be the best bet for bulk emails. So keep an eye out. That should be coming down the pipeline soon. Okay, so a Teamzy app. So absolutely. So what's really, really great is we have a mobile site created of Teamzy. So hopefully down the road in the future, we're gonna have a native app, but for now, you're gonna have access to a really great mobile site. So if you go to app.teamzy.com in the browser on your mobile device, so whether it be if you're on an Android or on an iPhone, just go ahead and type in what you see here in this URL bar. And then from there, you can actually save that to your home screen. So for me, mine looks like a little app. So I can always just tap on it on the go, and I can just, I can send an email or I can track my connections in real time. So that's just gonna make it a little easier for you to get through some things and maximize on the time when you have it. All right, so mobile site is available for you. Let's see here. Any other questions, guys? Feel free to jump in the chat or in the question and answer section. I'm going to show you, I'm going to take this second to show you guys a couple more features. So we talked about the fact that you can send emails through Teamzy. That's going to be exclusive for Gmail subscribers right now. If you'd like, if you go over to your business page, we've given you the opportunity to track your income. So at the beginning of all of this, we set up an income goal. So it's important for you to actually track your income as it comes in. So we've given you access to an income report. So you can add to your income report either by clicking on this little plus symbol or by adding income here. This is going to give you just basically a blank commission section. I can say that I made $500 through a certain time range. So February 1st through the 20th. And then once I add that income, it basically starts to create an itemized report that I can always pull in the future to use for accountability, or to kind of, you know, when it's 6 months into the year, if I need to course correct or kind of, you know, light a fire, that kind of thing. These are great coaching tools. Also, if you work with a larger team, if you're looking to kind of just collectively move your numbers forward, this can be a great tool for you. All right, so that's going to be how you track your income. Now, in addition to tracking your income on your business page, if you scroll down below your growth in your activities, you're going to have an activity history report. So this is going to give you an itemized report of who you've connected with, who you've tracked a sale for, who you've tracked an invite for. So if at the end of the day, you know what, you want to see an itemized list of who did I actually connect with, you can always come here and you actually get to apply certain filters. So you can say, okay, I'm going to filter that by the invites that I did today, or by the connects that I did today. So that you can always pull that and, like I said, use that to course correct or to update your information if you ever needed to. So that's how you access your income report. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my contact information just so that you have it with you, Angeline, if you need it. Okay, so I just shared my contact information. Again, feel free to reach out to me directly if you do have specific questions, so we can kind of get into them in real time. Otherwise, feel free to jot your questions down in the chat or the question and answer section, and I'd be happy to answer. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop that share. It looks like that's it for us tonight. If you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to me directly if you need any help, or if you want to go over a specific challenge, or if you needed to maybe schedule something like this for your larger team or anything like that, I'd be happy to help. So feel free to reach out to me. I appreciate you being here tonight and making the time. I wish you a wonderful evening. Bye for now.